This is the most transparent I've been in a video. Madison, how did you get into a top 20 law school with an LSAT score below 160? Good morning. Good morning. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Madison. It is nice to meet you. Today we're doing a day in the life vlog. I am very excited because today I'm going to be talking about, this is the most transparent I've been in a video. Madison, how did you get into a top 20 law school with an LSAT score below 160? 11 points below the school that you're going to's median. I want to know. I'm going to answer this question to the best of my abilities at some point in this video, but it's kind of wild. I did want to talk about it though, because I feel like so many people get caught up in numbers, and obviously it's not all about numbers because I'm going to law school, baby. If you are new to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I'm almost at 700 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy to me. But yeah, before we get into this video, yesterday we did something really fun. I went to a sculpture park. It was like a 100-acre outside hike situation. There were barely any people there. It was really nice, and there were big giant sculptures everywhere throughout the forest. That was a horrible description, but I'm gonna insert the footage now. We're in this sculpture park, and it's in the...
Well, this goes back.
It's like, does it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like in a forest, so there's a lot of climbing to get to all the different sculptures. And we've done quite a bit of climbing, which I didn't anticipate before we came. I thought it was just gonna be like space with like
just like a few acres of lot.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Did you make a wish?
Yes.
It doesn't look as cool.
No.
In the camera. Just looks like we're at some place we shouldn't be because of all the caution tape. Come close, come close. Now, if you will see, there's a mysterious I tried to combine the words triangle and pyramid. Triamid. There is a mysterious triangle here. What do you think about that, cameraman?
It's awesome.
Let's get closer, shall we? Now if we delve... Look! Oh my gosh! This is like a lot. Dang, I didn't know we'd be hiking. Look!
Well, you're like Indiana Jones.
I do feel kind of like Indiana Jones, even though I've never seen the movies. I kind of feel like him. Focus. Thank you.
Oh man, I love these bears. They're my friends.
You say my accents are bad. It took me like a full 5 seconds to realize who you were talking about.
That's what he sounds like.
No.
What does he sound like?
All these bears, I love these bears.
No, he does not. Why is everyone like a raspy old Englishman? Do your impression of Winston Churchill. This should be your best one yet.
Because I can only do old Englishmen. Okay, no, you do your impression of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
He does that with it. Well, when he was actually The Rock in wrestling, he'd do that. He'd like lift his eyebrows a lot like that, and then he'd sniff and he goes, "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" And that'd be his intro every time.
Okay, that was pretty good. Give me one.
Do Martha Stewart.
And today we are going to be painting this room, and then I will be doing some insider trading on Wall Street. Please buy my cooking pans.
I was gonna say, I don't think Martha Stewart does Wall Street.
She does. She went to jail for insider trading.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Martha Stewart.
I know my legal pop culture.
Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg have a TV show together.
Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. All right, this is the next feat. Reed, go ahead and climb it for us as fast as you can. You look like Rocky going up the steps, except not as graceful. No offense. Oh, Yep, not as graceful. Excuses, excuses. Okay, my turn. I'm even less graceful. Give me your best Rocky impression.
No.
Give me your best Adrian. That was good. You might have to come back down and help. Oh, never mind, I got it. Imagine if it was like a slide and you went to the very top and slid down it.
Went down in the spiral, that'd be so cool.
But yes, it was really fun. Today is a beautiful day. I am about to make my coffee, just waiting for it to cool, and then we're gonna get into the day. All right, updated coffee routine. I've been using this because I've been out of almond milk. I need to order more, but it's okay. I mean, it's not as much bang for your buck. I think for 1 tablespoon, it is 30 calories, which, I mean, it's creamer. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but I can put a whole cup of almond milk in my coffee, usually for 30 calories, so it's all right. That's my take on this. And then I'm still using this one. I wanted to get a new flavor of this and try like the caramel or something, but I wimped out and got the vanilla at the last minute. But let's make our coffee. We are trying a new coffee shop today. It is called Mudslingers, and it is like tiny, but I'm very excited. This is what the coffee looks like. I'm gonna do a little taste test. I got an iced, sugar-free white chocolate latte with almond milk. Now, I was gonna get sugar-free vanilla like I always do, but then I saw that they have a very wide range of sugar-free flavors, and the iced white mocha from Starbucks is like my favorite drink ever, but it's like, it's disgustingly fattening. So the fact that they had sugar-free white chocolate, I sound like such a basic white girl right now. This is what it looks like. I like their almond milk better than Starbucks almond milk, I will say. It tastes very creamy. Starbucks almond milk tastes like chalk. The espresso is weaker, I think, than a normal latte. So that I'm not a big fan of. And the white chocolate is good, but obviously it's sugar-free. Sugar-free flavors never taste as good as the real thing, but I still think it's pretty good. I would probably give this like a 7.5. I would come again and try something different. So now, let's go talk about the mystery that is my law school acceptance, shall we? I tried to make the scene pretty for you. Today I'm gonna be talking about how I got into such a good law school with such piss poor scores. Just kidding, not piss poor, but such low scores, you know, in comparison. 11 points below a median is significant. I wasn't even, hold on, I want to look up the 25th percentile. So for my school, the 25th percentile LSAT is a 162. I didn't even have that. I scored a 158 on the LSAT and I still got in. So what's important to note is the LSAT is very important, and I've said this in my other videos if you watched my LSAT tips video. The LSAT is extremely important, but it is not end all be all. If you're trying to hit the T14, the T6, you gotta have a good LSAT. I don't think you're gonna get by with what I got to get into a school that's better. Honestly, when I applied to WashU, it was kind of like a Hail Mary. It was like, let's just throw it up there and see if it sticks. For WashU, you apply. I think pretty much everyone that applies gets an invitation to interview. At the time, I didn't know this, so I got really excited that I got an invitation to interview, and I thought that meant I was special, but I'm pretty sure they do that with everybody. So then I did an on-campus interview, and that went really well. And I think that really helped with my application, because at the end of the interview, she did say she was going to pass a good word on to the admissions committee. And I do think that helped in the long run. I also think in order to be considered at a top 20 school with a lower LSAT, you just have to make up with it with the other number. Your GPA needs to be really high. So my cumulative undergrad GPA was a 3.91. Very proud of that GPA. It does kind of make me think I could have done better at the LSAT if I would have spent more time, but you know, hindsight is always 20/20. I definitely think I could have broke 160 if I would have committed myself, but I just didn't, and I'm gonna pay for it you know, in cash money for a long time. The moral of the story is, if you want to get into a top 20 and your LSAT isn't completely there, I wouldn't beat yourself up over it, and I also wouldn't not apply. So if you're thinking about applying to a school that's kind of out of your range, I would go for it, because you really never know. A 158 on the LSAT when the median's a 169, that is like, why are you applying? But I did it and I got in, and I think a lot of people would assume, okay, so you got it and you're paying sticker. I am not paying sticker. I actually did get a pretty decent scholarship, considering my numbers were like very low. I got a good, I would say it was a great scholarship considering my numbers. So no, I'm not paying sticker, which I think a lot of people would assume. But yeah, I would say go ahead and apply. Your other numbers also matter. Your personal statement matters. Your LSAT writing matters. Every component matters. So if your LSAT is weaker and the rest of your application is really strong, I would not let that deter you from applying. However, I have read that some schools, if you fall below their median on the LSAT, you have to be above their median for GPA. So if you're either a splitter or a reverse splitter, high GPA, low LSAT, or vice versa, you need either one of those components to be successful at like a top 20 school. So if you're below the medians in LSAT and GPA, then I would start thinking maybe you're not gonna get in unless you have really good softs, so like your personal statement, your resume. It would have to be something like transformational, revolutionary. If you're a splitter or reverse splitter, I think you do have a good chance at getting into a top 20, especially if it's a very extreme. So like a 3.91 is a really high GPA. Or if you have like a 170 and your GPA is like lower, then you have a good shot. Especially because I think the LSAT is more important than GPA. But that's kind of how I did it. I thought it was a fluke for a long time, but the more I read about it, I don't think it is. I think they look at the whole application. I don't know if other T20s do that. But yeah, really proud of that. And moral of the story is, if you want to go somewhere, just apply, because you never know. You might get in, and then you'll end up going to a school that you've wanted to go to for a long time. That's the moral of my story. And now I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this beautiful lake and sweat because it's like 85 degrees and I'm sitting on a bunch of rocks. Okay.